There is a secret power, one that moves silently through the most successful individuals in the world. It is not shouted, not boasted, not flaunted. It is not a crown on the head nor a medal on the chest. But it is there, pulsing behind every word, every step, every decision. It is the unwavering belief, the deliberate assumption, the chosen conviction that I am the best, and no one is better than me. This is not arrogance, it is not conceit, it is power, and more than that, it is law. When you carry yourself as if you are the best, something miraculous begins to unfold. The world mirrors what you project. The marketplace respects what you demand. Opportunities gravitate toward the individual who believes, not in a shallow, temporary way, but in a deep, immovable way, that they are already worthy of the highest levels of success. You do not need to wait for others to validate your greatness. You must validate it for yourself first, and then act as if it were already true. The world will catch up. This principle is not based on mere fantasy. It is the foundational truth that those who rise to the top of any field already know. They do not wait for proof before they believe. They believe, and then they walk in that belief until the proof appears. There is no mountain too tall, no ocean too wide, when you decide that you are no longer reaching for greatness. You are greatness embodied. What holds most people back is not lack of talent, or intelligence, or even opportunity. It is the deep-rooted lie that they are somehow not enough, not ready, not as capable as the next person. They compare themselves and shrink. They wait for the right time, the right person, the right sign. And in that waiting, they die a slow death of potential. But you are not here to wait. You are not here to shrink. You are here to rise. You must speak to yourself with the tone of a champion. You must walk into every room like you belong there, because you do. The person who walks in with quiet confidence, with the energy of certainty, commands attention without needing to shout. That energy is magnetic. It is undeniable. It sends a signal that says, I know who I am. I know what I'm here to do, and I do not need permission to succeed. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. You are the architect, the builder, and the inhabitant of your destiny, and if you allow doubt to enter the building, it will compromise the entire structure. There must be no room for it, not even an inch. Every morning when you rise, you must choose again to believe that you are destined for excellence, not mediocrity, not average results, but the absolute best. And then you act like it. Every move you make must be in alignment with that truth. When you speak, let your words carry weight. When you listen, let your silence speak of strength. When you move, do so with purpose. The person who acts as if they are the best is not reckless or rude. They are precise, focused, grounded in the knowing that their life is not a matter of chance, but of deliberate creation. They know that their thoughts are the blueprint, and their actions are the hammer and nails. No one can stop the man or woman who refuses to think like a failure. You may fall. You may be criticized. You may even lose some battles. But if you refuse to accept anything less than the best for yourself, you will rise again and again, each time stronger, each time wiser. The world cannot deny the one who insists on winning. You must look into the mirror and see a king, a queen, a force of nature, even if no one else sees it, especially when no one else sees it. Because the moment you do that, the moment you truly decide that you are the best, the world begins to shift, resources appear, mentors show up, doors open, but only for the one who has already decided to act in accordance with greatness. There will be moments when your belief is tested. People will doubt you, they will whisper, they will laugh, let them. Their doubt is not your burden. Their fear is not your reality. You have no business entertaining the limitations of others. You are not here to blend in. You are here to dominate your space, to take your place at the top, not by force, but by conviction, quiet, unshakable, unyielding conviction. The secret is that every master once felt like a beginner. Every champion once trembled. Every legend once doubted, but they did not stay there. They made a choice to rise above the noise, to ignore the statistics, to transcend the limitations of the crowd. They chose to act as if the outcome was already decided in their favor. And it was, because that kind of belief creates the outcome. You have a choice right now. You can look at your current circumstances and surrender to them, or you can look at your current circumstances and declare that they are temporary, that they are nothing compared to the power within you. The moment you begin to act as if success is already yours, your vibration changes, your posture changes, your mind sharpens, your resolve hardens. You become untouchable. Confidence is not born from applause, it is born from decision, from internal agreement, from the quiet affirmation repeated day after day, I am the best, no one is better than me. This is not to diminish others. This is to elevate yourself to the level where your potential becomes reality. If others wish to rise, they are welcome, but your journey is not dependent on their opinion. You are your own source of permission. There will always be someone louder, someone more connected, someone with a longer resume, but none of that matters when you possess the energy of belief, belief in your own uniqueness, your own power, your own calling. There is only one you, and no one can replicate your fingerprint on this world. That is where your dominance lies, not in comparison, but in authenticity, in owning who you are without apology. The person who acts like the best does not wait for opportunity to knock. They build the door, they kick it open, they walk through it as if the red carpet was already laid, and if it isn't, they lay it themselves. The universe responds to boldness. It bows before certainty. It moves heaven and earth for the one who refuses to bow to fear. You are not here to second. Guess yourself. You are not here to play small. The stage is yours if you will claim it, but you must act. You must walk, talk, and breathe success, even when no one is watching, especially then, because the true battle is not on the outside, it is in the mind. If you can win the battle there, no one outside of you can ever defeat you. This moment is your invitation, not to pretend, but to declare, to decree, to step into the shoes of your highest self and never take them off. When you act as if you are the best, your subconscious gets the message, your cells respond, your spirit rises, and then, what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. No one can give you this power. It must be taken, not from others, but from within. You must reach inside and pull out the truth that has been buried beneath years of doubt and hesitation, the truth that you were born to rise, that you were chosen to win, that you have everything you need right now to dominate your destiny. So straighten your back, lift your head, set your eyes like flint on the prize that belongs to you, speak with clarity, move with intention. Think only of victory, and walk through this life as the best, because when you do, when you act with that energy, that posture, that power, you become it. The world does not decide who wins, the world reflects what you believe. And if you believe that no one is better than you, the world will believe it too, and when you begin to live this way, not once in a while, but as your natural state, something even greater happens. You stop needing motivation because you become momentum itself. The fire burns from within, not from borrowed quotes or fleeting inspiration, but from a deeply ingrained sense of identity. You wake up not wondering if today will go your way, but assuming it already has. You do not ask for favor, you expect it. You do not seek approval, you carry your own. Let others worry about competition. Let them exhaust themselves measuring, calculating, hesitating. You don't have time for that. The one who knows he is the best is too focused on building, on moving, on ascending. While others are waiting for signs, you are acting. While they're seeking permission, you are giving orders to yourself, to your environment, to your future. This isn't delusion. This is decision. A sacred, unshakable decision to show up every single day with the mindset that success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by who you become. The person who acts like the best never chases outcomes. They embody outcomes. They don't hope things go their way. They decide that they will. They speak only in alignment with what they want, never in contradiction to it. They never say if, they say when. They don't look for evidence of failure. They find reasons to win. They don't dwell on what went wrong. They are too busy creating what will go right, and this discipline of thought is not accidental. It is practiced. It is forged. It is built day after day through the repetition of belief, the reinforcement of identity, and the full commitment to never shrinking again. This is the true nature of mastery, to claim it before you are called it. To carry yourself as if the title is already yours, because eventually the world catches up to the level of your consciousness. Eventually, people start to address you as the very thing you've been acting like all along. But by then, you're not surprised. You're simply receiving what you already owned in your mind. You must take ownership of your image, your energy, your destiny. No one is coming to sculpt you into who you were meant to be. That job belongs to you. That responsibility cannot be outsourced. You must rise in the morning and put on greatness like a garment. You must dress yourself in belief before you dress yourself in clothes. Because it's not the suit, the car, or the house that makes the champion. It's the inner posture, the invisible energy, the self-perception that can't be bought but must be claimed. Do not waste another moment asking if you're ready. Readiness is not something you wait for. It's something you declare. If you want to win, if you want to dominate your lane, if you want to rise to the level of legends, then you must move through life with the certainty that you're already on top. Not in the eyes of the crowd, but in the truth of your soul. You must become your own authority, and authority is not loud, it's not desperate, it's not arrogant, it's calm, collected, composed. True authority walks into a room and doesn't need to speak to be known. That's what you're building, a silent power, an energy that radiates without announcement, a frequency that commands without force, and that comes from one place alone, how you see yourself. If you see yourself as small, life will treat you as small. If you see yourself as unworthy, people will agree with you. But if you see yourself as great, the kind of great that cannot be denied, then everything in your life will begin to align with that belief. Because belief is magnetic. It pulls toward you the people, the resources, the circumstances, and even the timing that matches it. Stop waiting for things to happen to you. Happen to life. Step into your power as if it is already done. Assume the deal is closed. Assume the crowd is cheering. Assume the success is yours, not with foolishness, but with faith, not with arrogance, but with alignment, because when your mind and spirit agree, your actions become unstoppable. You will feel resistance. That's natural. You'll hear the voice that says, "Who are you to think you're the best?" And you must answer it, not with fear, not with shame, but with clarity. You must say, "Who am I not to believe in myself? Who am I to hold back when I've been given the power to rise?" You must train yourself to think like the greatest, walk like the greatest, speak like the greatest, until the line between acting and being disappears completely. This is not a performance, it is a transformation. Acting as if you are the best is not pretending. It's preparing. It's priming the soil of your future for the seeds you plant today. You water those seeds not with doubt, but with discipline, not with fear, but with faith. You nurture them with certainty, and you protect them with commitment. The world is not lacking in resources, it is lacking in belief. Most people are paralyzed by what others think, but you are done with that. You are done living beneath your potential just to make others comfortable. You are done waiting for applause before you step into the spotlight. You are done negotiating with your fear. From this moment on, you move as if greatness is your default setting. That means you show up on time, you speak with conviction, you move with precision, you expect excellence from yourself. Not sometimes, but always. You don't lower your standards to be accepted. You raise them and let others rise to meet you. You don't play the game to survive, you play to win, and you win because you've already won inside your own mind. There is no more powerful force than a human being who refuses to be average. When you live this truth, when you breathe it, when you carry it into every interaction, every challenge, every goal, you become a force that nothing can stop. Obstacles shrink, fear dissolves, doubt fades. Because the energy of belief repels limitation like oil repels water. You are the best, not because someone said so, but because you chose to be. Because you've decided that anything less than your full potential is unacceptable. And when you decide that, you step into a league of your own, a category that doesn't compare or compete, but creates and dominates. This is where the champions live. This is where legends are made. Now hear this truth and let it brand itself onto your mind. The only difference between you and the greatest who ever lived is decision. They decided to be the best, and they acted like it long before anyone agreed with them. You must do the same. Let your actions shout what your voice hasn't yet declared. Let your presence announce what your resume doesn't yet say. Let your mindset pull you into rooms your past never prepared you for. Because once your mind is there, the rest of you will follow, and let others call it arrogance. Let them misunderstand you. That's none of your concern. They have not seen the hours you've invested, the sacrifices you've made, the battles you've fought in silence. They do not know what it cost you to believe in yourself, and they don't need to. Let them talk. You're too busy building, too focused, too far ahead, because while they're discussing you, you're already halfway to your next victory. Do not wait for confidence to arrive. Create it. Do not wait for the world to see you. See yourself. Do not wait for applause. Applaud yourself. Do not wait for destiny. You are your own destiny. And the moment you act like the best, with the certainty that no one is better than you, everything else begins to arrange itself around that decision. You are not just a participant in life. You are its director. You are not at the mercy of the winds. You set your own sail, and when you begin to operate from the place that you are not trying to become great, you already are. You tap into a current of power that cannot be shaken. Live from this truth, speak from it, move from it, because the greatest secret is this: you are not waiting to become the best, you've simply been waiting to act like it, and now that you know, there's no turning back. So when you step into a room, step in with the inner knowledge that you belong there not because someone granted you permission, but because your mindset created the invitation. Don't wait to be accepted. Accept yourself first. That is the foundation of all enduring power. The man or woman who walks as if they are the best walks differently. Their steps are measured, not rushed. Their words carry weight, not noise. Their silence even speaks volumes, because confidence doesn't shout. It simply knows. This knowing is not based on arrogance, nor is it inflated ego. It is rooted in preparation, in vision, in clarity. You don't just believe you're the best. You've earned the right to think that way because you've put in the work, disciplined your mind, trained your habits, guarded your thoughts like a fortress. And now, every movement you make echoes that discipline. You don't react. You respond. You don't stumble. You adjust. You don't envy. You celebrate others and still know your place is secure. You begin to carry yourself as a magnet, pulling opportunity toward you, not by desperate action, but by magnetic confidence. Kind of confidence that causes doors to open before you even knock. You don't ask for the minimum. You expect the maximum, because you understand that life meets you at the level of your expectations, and your expectations are set sky high. Not by chance, but by choice. When you speak, your voice carries the tone of someone who does not fear rejection. You speak not to impress, but to express the truth you live by. When you work like someone whose legacy is on the line every single day. You're not building just a career. You're building a legend. You're not living just for now. You're setting a precedent for generations. You no longer mirror the world. You mold it. You no longer bow to circumstances. You bend them to your will. Because once you choose to act as if you are the best, and live it so completely that it becomes your reality, then nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop you from becoming exactly that. So now the choice is yours. Remain where you are, waiting for permission, or rise into the version of yourself that was always meant to lead. Act as if you are the best, not out of arrogance, but because you were created with power, purpose, and potential beyond measure. Refuse to shrink to fit into places you've outgrown. Refuse to wait for applause before you perform. Refuse to doubt when faith is the fire that fuels your rise. Walk forward with boldness, speak with conviction. Move with certainty, because the moment you decide that no one is better than you, not by comparison, but by conviction, you stop chasing greatness and start becoming it. The world steps aside for the one who knows where they are going. Decide now, act now, and live each moment as if you are the best, because when you believe it, you become it.